Chant together.
Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो खाली राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We will be studying this time Mundakopanishad. Upanishad is studied when we have sufficient dispassion. If we have this notion that if we go to Babaji, listen to satsang, will my son be able to get married? If this thought comes in your mind, you have come to a wrong place. Desire fulfillment is not spiritual life. We have to get freedom from desires. But generally, this is understanding. I have gone to that Mahatmaji and nothing happened. To whom? See, friends. Therefore, let us make it distinctly clear that fulfilling the desires is not spiritual life, number one. Now, when we are no more carrying the burden of the desires, what happens? Our mind is at peace and it is like a blotting paper. Just put it on the ink and it is absorbed. But we have mistaken a currency note, $100 note, as a tissue paper and put it on the ink. It will not work. Therefore, this should be very clear before we study. Now, second thing, when we study Mundakopanishad, I was in Phaltan in Maharashtra many years before. There I was talking on this Upanishad. First time they insisted, Swamiji talk on Upanishad. In our town, nobody has ever spoken on Upanishad. So this Upanishad, we said, let us talk on this. And like he introduced, actually he didn't introduce properly. So that person who introduced, he said in his local language, now we are going to study Mundaka Upanishad. Mundak, Mundaka. What can you do? Therefore, you have to remain relaxed, cheerful, happy. When you are relaxed, cheerful, happy, that means you have no burden of any desire in your head. Make it distinctly clear. Then we study Upanishad. So what is the meaning of Upanishad? See? There are three words included in this word Upanishad. One is Upa, second is Ni, and third is Shad. Upa are the prefixes, Upa and Ni. Upa means near. We do Upavas. Upavas means what? What we should eat on Saturday or Sunday. Our Upavas is only thinking about eating. But the meaning of the word Upa is near. Vas means being. So when you do Ekadashi, you are supposed to be nearer to the Lord. And who is God? God is the one who has no desires. Therefore, Upa. Then Ni means with commitment, Nishchayena. We have to be committed. It is not a casual way. Anyway, let's see what this fellow says. No. Upa, Ni. And Shad is the Dhatu, the root. This Shad Dhatu has three meanings. Gati, Himsa, and Avasadan. Three. Gati means the destination. Upanishad gives us the destination of our life. What are we seeking? Where are we heading? When we study Upanishad, where do we reach? So, Gati, destination. Then, Himsa, destruction. So, if you have to reach a destination, there will be obstacles on the way. So, these obstacles have to be destroyed. So, the Upanishad also tells us and helps us in destroying the obstacles. Now, what are the obstacles? There is only one obstacle. And that obstacle is wrong notions. Wrong notion about ourselves, wrong notion about God, wrong notion about the world, wrong notion about the spiritual practice. These wrong notions are to be destroyed without creating new notions. Otherwise, what happens? Earlier, I was a lazy, but since I started coming in the spirituality, I have become crazy. No. So, destruction of the wrong notion is attained through the study of Upanishad. And third, avasadhanam. Avasadhanam is loosening. So the impact of the world as it is influencing us now, if we have studied and digested this knowledge, then the impact of this world will be weak. It will not be that bad. These three things put together is called as Upanishad. Now this Upanishad, when we study, we have to have some basic qualifications. They are called as Sadhan Chatushtaya Sampanna Adhikarinam Ayam Tattva Bodhaha Vidhiyate. In between I speak Sanskrit just to impress on you. Swamiji knows Sanskrit. There is a simple rule. If there are people who do not understand Sanskrit, talk Sanskrit. Those who don't understand English, talk English. Those who don't understand Hindi, talk Hindi. Vidwan. These are our professional tricks. So, one is Viveka, discrimination. Second is Vairagya, dispassion. Third is Shama, Dama, Uparate, Shraddha, Titiksha, Samadhan. Shamadhi, Shatka, Sampatti, the spiritual wealth. And fourth is Mumukshitvam. Mumukshitvam is recognition that we are limited by so many factors which are illusions. We are not limited. We are infinite. We are happy. So, removal of this wrong notion intensely is called a mumukshutva, what we call desire for freedom. So, a student who has these four qualities, he is a fit student to study Upanishad. Upanishad form the ultimate part of the Vedas. See, in our scriptures, the source of knowledge is according to the following list. The topmost is the Veda. Vedas are not creation of human mind. Therefore, it is said, Veda apaurushaya jnanam. Apaurushaya jnanam means that knowledge which is not attributed to somebody. Like if you take the commentary, Bhashya on Upanishad, it is attributed to Bhagwan Shankaracharya. Upanishad is not attributed to anybody. See, you will see all other paths, scriptures, it is attributed to somebody. He said like that, he said like that. No. This is eternal knowledge. And the truth is, that which is created is subject to destruction. Therefore, this knowledge, Upanishad, is the ultimate authority. Then the second, so this is called as Shruti Mata. Mata, mother. The Shruti Mata is considered as equivalent to, if somebody has 1,000 mothers, how much love he will get? Much more than that, the scripture, the Shruti Mata loves the seeker of the truth. Then the second is the Smriti. Smriti, there are 18 Smritis. Apastamba Smriti, Manu Smriti, Bhargava Smriti, Narada Smriti. This is the second stage. The third is Puranas. Puranas are the Ashtadasha Purana, so 18 of them. Third, the fourth is the Itihas. Itihas means books of history. There are only two historical books. One is Mahabharata and second is Ramayana. They are the authority of the wisdom, knowledge. Fourth. And fifth is the knowledge left for us by those great masters who have lived this knowledge in their life. So, the literature left by the great master is nothing but expression of their experience, which is standing on the foundation of the Shruti Mata, that is the text which is given to us by the great masters. These are the five sources of knowledge. Now we are studying the first, the ultimate, unquestionable. Like when we start any good thing, we think of God, so that it can be successfully achieved. So, it is called Shanti Part. I will read the Shanti Part. If you want, you repeat. If you don't want, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? ओम भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः ओम शांति शांति शांति. This Upanishad belongs to the Atharvana Veda. So this is the Shanti part, means what? The teacher who is talking and the student who is listening, both of them are at the same frequency. How important it is. Like we wanted to connect our Bluetooth with that Bluetooth. But mine is a Bluetooth, that is a green tooth. In the same manner, both the teacher and the student must be at the same frequency level. And for that, this is chanted together. So first we think of God, Om. Now Om, according to our Vedic Sanatana Dharma, the truth is one Nirgun Nirakar, attributeless, formless. The truth is Saguna Nirakar, with attributes, no form. The truth is Saguna Sakar, with attributes, with forms. Three. All three are right. Therefore, in the Upanishad or the Veda, what is referred as Brahman, Nirgun Nirakar, what is referred as Paramatma in Yoga Shastra, which is Saguna Nirakar, and what is referred as Rama Krishna as the Saguna Sakar on the path of devotion. All of them are referring to the same truth. And therefore, we are not obsessed with anything. No, if there is a statue, break it. Why? God is without form. Therefore, Om. So whatever is convenient for you, you take that meaning of Om. When you think of something good, then the subsequent things happen good. If your beginning is good, the day goes good. Suppose you're beginning your day, oh God, again it is Monday, I have to go to office. The whole day will be bad for you and for others. So, Om. Then we are offering this prayer. Bhadram karnebihi shrunuyama deva. O Lord, let we hear all that is auspicious by our ears. Now see, these are so subtle things in scriptures. Therefore, never study on your own, taking the book in the hand, feet on the table, right hand coffee, left hand Upanishad. Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. No. So, Karna is ear, one. How many ears we have got? Two. It should have been Karnabhyam. It is Karne Bhi. So the 3 years. What is the third ear? We know the third eye. What is the third ear? Here. Bhadram Karne Bhi Shruniyama Devaha. O Lord, let us hear something auspicious by our ears. Means what? Now, what things are coming to us from other sources of knowledge, it is not in our hand. Suppose somebody insults us. Now, what is there to see auspiciousness in the insult? Somebody says, you are dumb. Thank you. Is this the meaning? Therefore, remember this thing. What we see or we don't see, we have control on our eyes. Suppose I don't like somebody, I don't look at them. Over. But I don't like something, but that same thing comes again and again. Like you must have seen, sometime you are going and your neighbor is playing some horrible music, the discorded music, they call it disco. So that kind of music, then you can't do anything. Oh, frustration. Instead of that, take out a positive meaning out of every experience of your life. See how it happens. See, friends, when we are disturbed by anything, we are weak. See, like Corona has come. So many people have. Nothing happened to me. Corona got frustrated. Do you know why? Because I celebrated Corona festival. Respect Corona, it will not kill you. See, friends. Therefore, Bhadram karnebi shrunuyamadevaha. Take the positive meaning out of everything. When somebody scolds us, instead of reacting, find out the meaning. You are a dumb fool. Don't get angry. This is what I learned from any one of you. I tell you, you are all my gurus. Once somebody was driving me and we are getting late. So I, out of my, hiding my ability to forget, so I said, hey Mahatma Ji, come quick, we are getting late. When I said, Mahatma Ji, come, Swamiji, where I am Mahatma? I said, okay, Dumbo, come. When I told him, Dumbo, come, he didn't become angry. He was surprised. How Swamiji also knows. See? So, Bhadram Karane Evi Sruniyama. He did not take the negative meaning. If you take the negative meaning, then you will suffer in life. Bhadram Karane Evi Sruniyama. Then, Bhadram Pashyemaksha Bhirya Jatraha. Then, by our eyes, the Bihi again, the third eye. Bhadram Pashyema. See something good in everything in this world. There is one Subhashita, it is said, there is not a single object where there is no one medicinal property. There is not a single word which does not have a mantra shakti. And there is not a single person in this world who does not have one good quality. Then, prayukta tatra durlavaha. But it is our weakness that we cannot recognize the greatness of others. Now, what is your greatness as compared to us? You are already having millions of problems. Wife, husband, children, in-laws, outlaws. These are all problems, isn't it? And yet you find time for satsanga. We are full-timers. And yet we complain. Think, you are great. And when I look upon you with this understanding, can I have any bitterness, anger against you? This is Bhadram Pashyemaksha Bhirya Jatraha. Therefore, friends, try this Maha Mantra. Write off your rights on everyone in this world before they perform your rights right now. Nobody can help us. We have to ourselves work on it. Then, third, Stirai Rangai Sushtuvagam Sastanuvihi. Let us remain healthy in life. Keeping the body and the mind healthy is our responsibility. We are driving the car, so it is our responsibility to keep the car healthy and running. We can't say, hey Toyota, why don't you do it well? No, you have to do. You are using it. Exactly the same way. All our faculties, we have to maintain the health. How to maintain the health? Those whose Madhya Pradesh is normal, their Uttar Pradesh functions perfect. If your stomach is healthy, your head will perfectly function. Otherwise, you can look at the person's face and you can know. One person I said, hey, excuse me, are you having constipation? Swamiji, how do you know? From your face. A constipated face can be immediately seen. It is all withdrawn. Friends, therefore, keep yourself healthy. Now, healthy for what? Gunda kardi? No. Veshema deva hitam yadayu. Friends, by our body, speech and mind, these are the three instruments through which we function in this world. Body is meant for serving others. Speech is meant for chanting Lord's name. And mind is meant for keeping quiet. Three things. So, Tirairangai Tushtavagam Sastanuvi Veshema Deva Hitam Yadayu. May we spend our total life in this format. When this is done, then Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. First Shanti refers to the body. Second Shanti refers to the mind. Third Shanti refers to the intellect. So body Shanti is we should be able to sit in one posture without moving 100 times. Here you are all chairpersons, but if you sit on the floor, they'll be sitting one leg here, one leg there, then they get tired. The whole time only lifting this way, that way. So first Shanti, learn to remain steady physically in life. Not too much. You must have seen some people. Once I was traveling from London to Mumbai, and the flight was just after 9/11, so not much, no much passengers. The whole flight was almost like empty. So I thought I will sleep in the center one. So I sat on the one aisle seat and waiting. So when it takes off, I'll remove the hands and sleep. But on the other end, another person came and sat. I said, God. And when we started, the flight started, after some time, the whole chair row was moving. Cut. I thought, here also speed breaker. And then I looked at the end. He was vigorously moving his legs. So I asked him, are you in a hurry to reach or what? They cannot sit quiet. See, even you must have seen also, these are the things you observe in the world. World is a great fun. So, first Shanti at the body level, remain cool. The second Shanti is at the mind level. What is the Shanti at the mind level? Don't ask questions. On that, a counter question, but why? Every question takes you away from yourself. If you take this takeaway today, every question takes you away from yourself. Do we have any question about our being? No. More than that, what is worthy of knowing? These are so simple things, friends. Who was the 7th president of America? Do you know? No. Does it make any difference? See? What was the number of shoe of Mahatma Gandhi? Makes no difference. What makes difference is, do you know yourself? That makes a difference. See, friends. And how to know ourselves? Only by the simple thing. We have no doubt about our being. That's it. Second Shanti is for this. Om Shanti Shanti. Now the third Shanti is for the intellect. Intellect keeps us away from the truth. Because what is the reality? What is the truth? That which is beyond cause and effect. Karya Karana Mithya. If I am able to see you, why I am able to see you? Because I have got vision. If there is only absolute darkness, will I be able to test my vision? Like you must have seen, sometime it happens. We go to the eye doctor and then he makes us sit there in a typical chair and then he says, look there, read it. So the time you want to start reading, the light fails. Absolute darkness. Now what should I read? Wait a minute, light will come. So be attentive. Things are established because of the vision. Vision is established because of the things. Which is the cause and which is the effect? Think. Cause and effect. Karya karana mithya. But intellect gets us into that deep thing, karya karana, and then goes on spinning those figures which we can never understand. Take a simple example. Suppose I say 1 inch, you can understand. If I say 1 foot, you can understand. If I say 1 mile, you can understand. If I say 10 miles, 100 miles, 5,000 miles, you can understand. 238 trillion miles. क्या समझ में आया? Mind cannot comprehend infinite. See. And what is cause and effect? It is functioning in the field of finite. And therefore, let us not get into unwanted argument and logic. Therefore, the first step which is told in the scriptures, work on this thing. I cannot be the body because I have not created the body doesn't listen to me. On what foundation I say I am the body? Then the question will come, then who am I? Therefore, this third Shanti is don't get lost into unwanted logic. The truth is beyond logic. So, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. The second Shanti part, Swastina Indro Vruddhashravaha. Swastina Pusha Vishwavedaha. Swastina Starksho Arishtanemihi. Swastino Bruhaspatir Dadhatu. When we are walking this path of inquiry or knowledge, many of us do one mistake. We start looking down upon the devotion. No. Knowledge without devotion is erudition and scholarship. It is not experience. And therefore, whatever we are doing in our life, we have to invoke the divine grace. And therefore, this mantra, Swastina Indro Vruddhashravaha. Let Indra, who is the greater than the greatest, whose fame is so much, let him bless us. So seek the blessings of the Lord. Now, who is the Indra? Indra is the presiding deity of our hands. See? Swastina Indro Vruddhashravaha. So let us try to practice this. Do not take too much of service from others. Do your job yourself. Otherwise, we want somebody else, do this, do this. No. Then, Swastina Pusha Vishwavedaha. Pusha is Lord's Son. May the Lord's Son bless us. He can bless us only if we are available before He comes. So, we must be out of the bed before the sunrise. Those of you who wake up after the sunrise, in your next life you will be bed bugs. This is said in Khatmal Mahapanishad. Begin your day early morning, man. The day becomes so fresh, cheerful and happy. So, Swastina Pusha Vishwavedaha. Oh Lord, Son, please bless us. Many places they chant this Gayatri mantra any time, but technically, traditionally, according to the scriptures, it is said you have to chant the Gayatri Japa when The stars in the sky have just started fading and the Usha has started just appearing. That is the time it is called a Prata Sandhya. That time we are supposed to chant Om Bhurvo Swaha Tasaviturvarenyam Ityadi. Therefore, when you start your day in an inspired mode, your whole day will be lived beautifully. So let us for that pray to the Lord Sun. Now, Swasti Nastarksho Arishtanemihi. Tarksha means the Garuda. Narayana comes riding on the Garuda. The Garuda Tarksha is the scriptures. The truth comes to us riding on the mantras of the Upanishad. So may the God's blessing make us understand what is said in the scriptures without making a confusion out of it. Swasti Nastarksho Arishtanemihi. All the wrong notions, wrong understanding is removed when we take the scriptural authority as the ultimate source of knowledge. And Swasti Naha Brahaspatir Dadatu. And the last is May Brahaspati. Who is Brahaspati? Brahaspati is the Guru of gods. It will come here only. Tad Vijnanartham Guru Meva Vigachet Samit Panihi Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. Do not study on your own any Upanishad or scriptures. Because the language is not Sanskrit. Many people think that it is Sanskrit. It is not Sanskrit. See? A common example. I was doing something and my mouse was left on the other room. So there was Swamiji, what can I do for you? Go and get the mouse, it is there. So he went inside, took a mouse trap and got him. Are Dumbo? But you told me get mouse. But where I am with the laptop. Now, will I require the live mouse? But spelling is the same. But you are dumb, what about that? Therefore, Sanskrit words have got different meaning, reference to context. If we do not have proper understanding, reference to context, we will end up in all confusion and mistake. Therefore, we have to go and study the scriptures from the teacher, not on our own. Swastino Brahaspatir Dadhatu. So by the blessing and the grace of the teacher alone, the truth is revealed to us. Again, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. The three kinds of difficulty that come in our life is Adi Bhautik at the body level, Adi Daivik at the mind level, and the third, Adhyatmic at the intellect level. So, O Lord, let the body support my spiritual life. Let the mind be not depressed and dejected. Let the intellect be not getting lost in cause and effect. In this manner, we pray to the Lord and then we enter the Mundakopanishad. It is said that before we take up the study of the Upanishad, the student has to go to the teacher in his ashram and then he has to take a complete shave. All things are removed. It's completely neat and clean. So why shaving? There are two things which are dead, which come out of our body. One is nail, second is hair. You see anywhere, any religion, the dead hair become the part of the religion. If you cut the hair, beard, then you are not that. Babajis, they will have a long jata and they will be carrying the jata like a baby. Therefore, when the student is asked to shave everything, means now you have cut your relation with the whole world. Then only you can study. Otherwise, if you are studying, Guruji, Mummy ki yaad aa rahi hai, lagao ek kas ke. She was also beating me like this only. Hey, friends, unless you have got sufficient dispassion, you cannot study the scriptures. Remember this basic principle of life. So, this is called Mundaka. There's a Mundanam. They accomplish a. Now, the story continues. Now, second important thing to understand the Upanishadic mantra. Upanishadic mantras are telling that which is beyond the scope of words. In Kathopanishad, there is a mantra. Ashcharyo vakta kushalosya labdha ashcharyo jnata kushala anushishta. It is the wonder of wonders that the truth cannot be revealed through words, and yet the teacher is talking and explaining through the words. Is it not a wonder of wonders? Ashcharyo vakta kushalosya labdha. Such a kushal and a great teacher is very rare indeed. If it is there, rare, ashcharya. Then Ashcharyo Jnata Kushala Anushishta. And such a great teacher is teaching to a student, and the student knows it cannot be understood. And yet he understands. Kenopanishad Shruti tells, Avidnyatam Vijanatam, Vidnyatam Avijanatam. Those who know, they know not. Those who do not know, they know everything. So, this is how the knowledge is given to us through the second step, through the parampara. One prophet, one book, one day. No. It is Guru Parampara. It's so important to know. And therefore, Gurubhyo Namaha, all the Guru Parampara. Therefore, traditionally, when they start studying, they chant this prayer. Sadashiva Samarambham, Shankaracharya Madhyamam, Asmadacharya Paryantam, Vande Guru Paramparam. One by one. This Guru Parampara is indicated in the first mantra. If you want, repeat. Om Brahma Devanam Prathamas Sambhabhuva. Vishwasya Karta Bhuvanasya Gopta. Sabrahma Vidyam Sarva Vidya Pratishtham. Atharvaya Jeshtaputraya Praha. Om, we start remembering the divine, then Brahma Devanam Prathama Sambhabhuva. Of all the gods, the first one is the Brahmaji. Brahmaji, we all know, has 4 heads. When he was born, he had only 1 head. And he came out of the Nabhi Kamala, and on that he manifested. And he was with 1 head. And he didn't know. Absolute ignorance. So he wanted to see, what is this? So he looked at the left side, 1 head. Looked at the right side, another head. Looked back side, 3rd head, 4th head. And even then, he looked everywhere. He didn't know anything. The state of utter ignorance. Like when we go somewhere and there is nobody and you do not know where you are. That state. Then what we do? We just keep quiet. Brahmaji kept quiet. Then from within he heard the noise. (1625). So, when he heard 1625, then he slowly started withdrawing. See, these things, you cannot take the dictionary and read it. 16 is the ta, the alphabet, Varnamala of Sanskrit. 25 is the pa, the 25th letter. So 1625 means do tapasya. He from within himself got the message do tapasya. And what is tapasya? Yasya jnanamayam tapaha. Highest tapasya is inquire who you are. So earlier, when he was looking outside here and there, he was going away and getting lost in ignorance. Friends, we are knowledge. Go away from yourself, you end up in ignorance. We are bliss. Go away from yourself, you end up in blisters. You are existence. You go away from yourself, you end up in destruction. देखो महाराज ब्रह्मा देवानां प्रथम संबभूव. So he heard this, do tapasya, tapa. Then what is tapasya? Tapasya is withdrawal from extrovertedness. When your eyes are closed, you have withdrawn from all the colors and forms. But you are still there. When the same thing happens, while your eyes are open, when our eyes are closed, we are seeing nothing. Therefore, seer is not born. But when our eyes are open, and yet we do not comment on or get influenced by anything, meaning seeing is happening, but seer is not born, you have started your journey from the periphery to the center of your being. This is the meaning of tapasya. Tapasya is not torturing yourself. It is cold, but no. In the cold Ganges water, I'll stand up to the chest level and take the hand up. Om Nisha, Om Nisha, Om Nisha, Om Nisha. Don't go and get lost in the torturing, is not tapasya. Jnanamayam tapaha. See? So, tapasya is withdrawal from the extrovertedness and coming back to the center. So, he did the tapasya, Brahmaji, and then when he entered the source, there he got the complete knowledge. So, Om Brahma, Devanam. What are the Devas? Devas are the sense organs, organs of action. Dyotana Devaha. At the source of all the sense organs, there is a mind. At the source of the mind, there is I. At the source of the I, there is life. At the source of the life, there is Chaitanya. So Brahmaji has thus withdrawn from within. Prathama Sambhabhuva. So the first expression of the creation is Brahmaji, who has got 4 heads, and those 4 heads are in us in the form of Antakaran Chatushtaya. See? Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankar. External totality Brahmaji is our individual Brahmaji called as Antakaran Chatushtaya. Is it not the first thing? When we are in deep sleep, there is nobody. First thing what happens? This Antakaran Chatushtaya becomes active. And when the Antakaran Chatushtaya becomes active, first thing what happens? Where I am. Space is created. When I am, what is the time? What I am, where I have to go. So the first thing is birth of Brahmaji, Antakaran Chatushtaya. Om Brahma Devanam Prathama Sambhabhuva. Then, who is he? Vishwasya Karta. He alone is the creator of the total world. We are the creator of everything. We only create problems, we only create solutions. See, friends, Vishwasya Karta, Bhuvanasya Gopta, and we only maintain this world. See, when a person goes in coma, that time Brahmaji switch off. And therefore, he is neither doing anything nor suffering. Those who pay the bills, they suffer. He is lying down. See? So, Vishwasya Karta, Bhuvanasya Gopta. Now, Sa Brahma Vidyam, Sarva Vidyam Pratishtham. Now, this Brahmaji at the totality and Antakaran Chatushtaya at the individuality. Sa Brahma Vidyam, Sarva Vidyam Pratishtha. Now, this Brahma Vidya, which is Sarva Vidya Pratishtha, it is the foundation of all knowledges. See, when you are, let us say, a scientist, and when you are in deep sleep, then you are neither a scientist, nor a boss, nor nothing. So, everything is because of this conscious principle, Sarva Vidyam Pratishtham. Atharvaya Jeshtaputraya Praha. He taught this knowledge to his eldest son, and his name was Atharva. Therefore, Atharva Veda, this Upanishad comes from. Atharvaya Praha. Who is Atharva? Tharva means shaking. Atharva means who is steady and at peace with himself. Now, the totality level, if you bring it at the individual level, your sadhana automatically starts initiated without you becoming a seeker. Hey friends, we do not realize that we are growing in age. Others know. Hey friends. Therefore, Atharvaya, who is Atharva is shaking. He is absolutely steady. Now, who is steady? He who wants nothing but the truth. Otherwise, if I come for Upanishad class, what will I get? You will get nothing. Why should I come? Don't come. Make it very clear. We are not going to get anything in life. And for that, you don't have to feel frustrated. What do you get in deep sleep? You don't get anything. Others get. What? Peace. You are sleeping. See? So, Sa Brahma Vidyam Sarva Vidya Pradishtham Atharvaya Jeshtaputraya Praha. Jeshtaputra is this I. See? So, Paramatma, instrument, mind, and in that mind instrument, Paramatma reflected. That reflection is called as the Jiva or the Atharva. To him, this is addressed. So, I am not talking to your ears. I am not talking to you as a mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, etc. I am talking to you as the seeker of truth. Now, those who are first the seeker and then anything else, they alone will be able to grasp this point. But those who are mother, father, husband, wife, they ask this question. Swamiji, if I studied this thing, will my daughter-in-law listen to me? Therefore, this is the first step. So it has come to Atharva. Now what happened thereafter? Now this knowledge continues. Atharvaneyam pravadeta brahma. Atharvatam purovachangire brahma vidyam. स भारद्वाजाय सत्यवहाय प्राह. Bharadvajongirase paravaram. Atharvane ya pravadeta vidya Brahma. So Brahmaji taught this knowledge to Atharvana, and Tam Pura Uvacha Angire Brahma Vidya. Now this Atharva taught this knowledge to Angira, another Rishi. Then Sa Bharadvajaya, then he gave this knowledge to Bharadvaj. Who was Bharadvaj? Satyavahaya Praya. Born in the Bharadvaj Gotra, his name was Satyapravaha, Satyavaha. To him it was given. And then this Bharadvaj or the Satyavaha, he gave Angirase Paravaram. He gave this knowledge to the Angiras. In this manner, Paravaram, from the higher to the lower. In this manner, in a chain of knowledge, this chain knowledge has come to us. Therefore, like when we study science, it is not that science is written by Newton. No. It is a general thing. It is not attributed to one person because it is scientific discovery. It is not created. In this manner, now when you take, these are the various names of the Rishis. If you want to become subjective, then you can understand. Atharvane ya pravadita Brahma, Atharvata Purovacha Angire. So Angira Rishi, who is the Angira? Angira is now this seeker who has lived his life enough. Now he wants to know what is the truth. So this Angira, to him this knowledge was given. Then this Brahma Vidya Angira has received. Then Sa Bharadvajaya Satyavahaya Pra. Satyavaha, he who is seeking the truth. He gave this knowledge to the seeker of the Satya, Satyavahaya Praha. And then this Satyavaha Bharadvaj Angirase, then he gave that knowledge to the Angira Rishi, the seeker of truth. In this manner, this knowledge comes step by step from the higher to the lower, and this is how it is the chain of knowledge which comes to us. After having said this, now continuing further, Shaunako Havai Mahashalaha Angirasam Vidivat Upasannaha Papracha Kasminnu Bhagavo Vijñate Sarvamidam Vijñatam Bhavatiti. Now there was a Shaunaka Mahashalaha. He was a great person, very much religious minded, very pure, very rich. Such a great, sincere Mahashalaha, extremely wealthy person, Shaunaka. He Vidivat Upasannaha Angirasam. He now approached Angiras Rishi. And how? Vidivat Upasannaha. Vidivat means a proper manner. What is the proper manner? Many times, we travel a lot. So, sometimes it happens. I am coming from some flight. And then you go through all that immigration and waiting for the luggage to come and all that. And then somehow you get into the car and reach home. Now you are just waiting. When you reach home, go and empty yourself. But then, na karmana na prajaya dhanen, Ari Ram, 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 I am suffering inside. They don't understand this. Vidivat. We have to know when to ask, what to ask. Is it the right time? Is it the right place? Once I was coming from Dahisar to Mumbai by local train. Not much time, not much rush. It was odd time. So I was sitting comfortably. One youngster came. Oh, Swami, do you deal in meditation? I said, wholesale. I had no problem. Now, can you teach me? I said, yes, I can teach you. But tell me quickly, my next station is coming. Then I told him, when the station comes, you tell me just 2 seconds before that. He said, that is the station. Now it has become slow, it is coming. I said, when you get down, rush to a chemist, buy the sleeping pill tablets, a big container, and empty the whole thing in your. Yad gatva nani vartante. You will be in meditation eternally. Vidhivat. We have to know, is it the right place to ask this question? Simple it is. We don't understand. Somebody is taking food. Swamiji, I have got a question. Swamiji, when many people have got this habit, chup. अरे खाने दो ना शांति से. विधिवत, in a proper manner. Upasannaha. Right time, right place, first take the permission. Is it the right way to ask? See? And then, with all sincerity, dedication, and devotion, with a conviction that I am going to get an answer to my problem from him. That is Vidhivat Upasannaha. Many times we ask questions because we are like, there are no stamp collectors. These are the answer collectors. One lady asked me, they are professional satsangi in Vrindavan. I was sitting comfortably with tea and coffee or whatever, and some people, they know me very well. They don't ask me any question. So one person, somebody is sitting, you are sitting alone. I said, no, they are there. I was quiet. May I ask you a question? And ask a question. Then I said, Amma, excuse me, how many people you ask this question? How do you know? I ask you a question because you are sitting all alone. I thought you must be getting bored. Just chabi bhar ke chhod do. I said, why you ask the same question to so many? Swamiji, I have got a hobby of collecting the answers. Therefore, Vidhivat Upasannaha. Properly approaching with all humility and intensity of inquiry, you will get the reply. See, friends, from the way the question is put, the teachers know whether this is an inquiry or it is a questionable personality. Vidhivat Upasannaha. Papracha. Papracha means distinction in expression of the question. See, what I mean, what happened, what I mean, minte raho. What I mean. Whenever you are short of words, you are not clear in your thinking. Clarity of thinking, you will never be short of words. But I don't know what I mean. See, there. So, papracha, distinction in your expression. Such a Vada Shaunaka, he asked Angirashi. What did he ask? Kasmin no bhagavo vidyate. He said, hey Bhagavan, one has to have it is called a Bhagavad Buddhi. We must see the divine in the teacher, then only we can learn from him. See, friends, there was one person and he told me, Swamiji, I wish I had studied Sanskrit when I was small. I said, why didn't you study? Because of the teacher. What happened? I don't know. He was having something against me. And during our time, the class used to be 35 minutes only. Small, class 7, 6, like that. Whenever he will come, he will ask something, and that was his duty, as if you get up and walk toward the wall, face the wall, raise your hands like this. And I was crucified like that. Don't look behind. Till the period is over, I had to stand like that. So in my heart, I had such a terrible hatred, vengeance for the teacher. I will do anything I will not study Sanskrit. See, friends, you can receive knowledge. Why our children don't listen to us? They don't have reverence for us. They know, mummy ko kuch nahi aata. Because this is what they hear every day. The husband tells the wife, you don't understand anything. The children don't understand. Mummy doesn't understand anything. Therefore, hey Bhagavan, so Kasmin nu Bhagavo, hey Bhagavan, Vidnyate sarvamidam vidnyatam bhavati. What is that one having known which everything becomes known? This is the question. Now, this is the foundation of this Mundakopanishad. Here we will be going deeper and deeper as the Upanishad proceeds. So, kasmin no bhagavo vidnyate sarvavidam vidnyatam bhavati iti. What is that having known which everything becomes known? Now, to that student, the teacher addresses. Tasmai sahovacha dve vidde veditavye iti asma yad brahma vido vadanti parachaiva paracha. Tasmai sahovacha. To that student, Shaunaka Angira Rishi said. What he said? Dve vidde veditavye iti. He has asked, what is that one having known which everything is known? Answer is, there are two things to be known. Dve vidde veditavye iti. And yet Brahma vido vadanti. This is what the wise people tell. Which are those two knowledges, two vidya? Para chaiva paracha. Para vidya and apara vidya. Now here be very attentive. Knowledge has two purposes. One purpose is, by that knowledge we accept something, and by another knowledge we reject something. See, like in India, I don't know here, on the cigarette packet it is printed. What is printed? Cigarettes. See, all of you know. कहाँ छुपाते हो? So on the cigarette packet is written, cigarette smoking is injurious for health. It is a knowledge. What further knowledge is? You should not buy cigarettes. Is it not? But what is the understanding? Oh, it is authentic charge packet over there. So one knowledge is meant for rejecting what is to be rejected in life. And second knowledge is what is to be asserted in life. Both are essentially required. Therefore, the teacher says, Dve vidde veditavye iti. Two things we have to know. Parachaiva paracha. Paravidya and aparavidya. Now, what are these two vidyas? What we have to do with that? The teacher tells, and we'll just read it and see it next time. Tatra para Rugvedo Yajurvedaha Samavedo Atharvavedaha Shiksha Kalpo Vyakaranam Niruktam Chandaha Jyotishamiti Athapara Yaya Tat Aksharam Adhigamyate. Tatra apara. Apara vidya is what? Apara vidya is Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvaveda, Shiksha, Kalpa, Vyakaranam, Niruktam, Chandam, Jyotisham. The six things are called as the Vedanga, and the four are the Vedas. They fall in the purview of the apara vidya. And the second is paravidya, yaya tad aksharam adhigamyate. Paravidya is that by which you come to discover your immortal being. Now, what are these things? We'll take it in our next class. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.